Welcome to Draw 1.3. In this online training segment, we're going to review another important aspect of the draw sequence, clearing the firearm from the holster and getting it on the target. We want you to keep in mind the importance of correctly acquiring the master grip each time your hand touches your firearm. Remember, the master grip is achieved before the firearm ever leaves your holster. Pay particular attention to your master grip as the practical exercises increase in speed. In a high-stress situation where you're faced with the need to draw your firearm, many times you're reacting to something that is already happening. Unfortunately, this means that you are behind the eight ball and not yet in control of the situation. However, by quickly moving and getting your firearm on target and ready to use if that decision is made, you quickly put yourself in a position where you can start controlling the situation instead of reacting to it. Your ability to quickly gain control of a situation is even more important when that threat is in close proximity to you. You can effectively use instinctive shooting, or point shooting as it's sometimes referred to, in order to engage the threat with tremendous accuracy. Because you will be using your firearm in Draw 1.3, please make sure that it has the barrel block safety device properly inserted into it and that you follow all of the safety precautions outlined at the beginning of this training segment. So with that in mind, let's head to the range and start training. Welcome to the range. When drawing your firearm from the holster, you will want to make sure that you are not underdrawing or dragging your firearm across the top of the holster. You also don't want to overdraw your firearm, which is bringing it out of the holster further than necessary before rotating it toward the threat. In both cases, precious time and energy are wasted. Strive each time to rotate your firearm forward toward the threat as soon as it clears the top of the holster. Your barrel block safety device is designed to help you with the proper draw height and should be trimmed so that it extends approximately 3/4 of an inch from the muzzle. As you rotate your shoulder forward in the direction of the target, make sure that the muzzle is pointed at the threat. This can be easily accomplished through training by drawing an imaginary line from the muzzle to the target and then make any adjustments needed to ensure that your firearm is in line with the target area. This will help you to build the correct mental functions of what the eyes see with the correct physical function of what the body performs. This will ensure that any instinctive shots fired from this position will be fast and accurate. Remember, do not push your firearm toward the target, as this can quickly put you at a disadvantage. Keep your firearm closer to your body without allowing anything to impede the movement of the slide. Starting with Draw 1.3, you will begin dry firing when the instructions on the screen indicate to do so. Remember, your finger does not come off of the frame and onto the trigger until you see the command to fire. Be sure to practice good trigger control by holding your trigger all the way back when the firing pin drops. The reset time indicated by the blue screen will be slightly longer afterwards to give you time to reset your trigger and then properly holster your firearm. To review proper trigger control, watch the OTS video in the Introduction and Instructions section. Let's begin the practical exercises for Draw 1.3. Your ability to instantaneously react to a threat and quickly control it is paramount to your survival on the street. If the threat is very close to you, getting your firearm on target quickly can be the difference between life and death. We want you to continue to build up the speed at which you are able to get your firearm out of the holster and get it on target. We challenge you over the next 5 days to log back into this online training segment and repeat the practical exercises you've just performed at least once per day. At the end of the 5th day, you will have acquired your firearm and quickly put it on target 500 times. By continuing to train on your draw sequence, the process of drawing your firearm will become faster and more instinctive. As a quick side note, we want you to keep in mind that as the seasons change, so does your uniform. As you get into the colder months and start to wear gloves, jackets, or coats, the process of your draw will change slightly. We strongly encourage you to come back and revisit the Draw 1 online training series and practice all of the exercises in your cold weather gear. You must be proficient in the execution of your draw sequence regardless of what you're wearing. Congratulations on completing the practical exercises for Draw 1.3. We look forward to seeing you next in Draw 1.4. Until then, keep it safe out there.